Hello everyone, welcome to Rockshire Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we are going to be doing another unboxing of a game that I actually just picked up this morning at time of recording. We're going to be taking a look at Tidal Blades from Druid City Games and Skybound Games. So that's right, we are going to be taking a look at Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef. This is part one of their Tidal Blades series. This is the retail copy. I picked it up today from Barnes & Noble, just randomly after a checkup, doctor's appointment checkup, went to Barnes & Noble, was like, oh, I wonder what's in the clearance area. And apparently this was there for, I don't have the sticker up here anymore, $25. So if you missed it, haven't gotten it yet, you can go ahead and do that. The first Kickstarter was, I think, in 2019, 2020, sometime around there. The second Kickstarter for the part two, I believe, looking at the Kickstarter page, is currently still available for a late pledge. I know Druid City with this and Wonderland's War have been delaying closing out their pledge managers because of shipping. So at the time of this recording, this is February of 2023. Getting ready to be March. But yeah, this according to the Kickstarter page, you can still late pledge if you want to. If that is true at the time of you viewing this, go ahead and do that for the part two. For part one, still gonna have to go to the store and buy it. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Here we got Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef by Tim and Ben Eisner, with artwork and world building by Mr. Cuddington. Here is the front cover. Druid City there, Skybound right there, Heroes of the Reef in the middle. We're going to have some interesting side artwork right there, flip over the box there, and there's probably stuff on the bottom. I just don't want to flip it too much upside down, although we are going to go ahead and flip it that way and maybe see if everything falls out. This is my second attempt at doing this, so things are open on the inside. Not because of technical reasons this time, if you're a watcher of the unboxing videos that we do, but more because I just didn't like the first cut of the video. So I decided I'm going to do it again. And it's my channel. I can do what I want. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So anyway, Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef. Welcome to Naviri. Many brave contestants have signed up for the tournament, but only a handful will be chosen to battle the Tidal Blades, the elite guards of our island realm. To be chosen, you must complete the challenges at Lamara Stadium, the Chronosium, and the Droska Ring. Rise to the top of the champion board and protect the realm from the ever-increasing threat of monsters breaking free from the mysterious fold. Here are various things and mechanics: strategy, dice rolling, cooperative battles, multiple paths to victory, and an asymmetric powers. So that is all that right there. Let's go ahead and maybe, hopefully there's not a lot of cards and stuff that fell out. And let's go ahead and take a look, not in a book, but inside the box. And gonna pop it off right there. Normally I would put the box top right here, but there is a lot of stuff in this box from my earlier attempt at doing this. So we're just gonna put that, we'll put that right, kind of right there. You see half the box there. But yeah, so that's the box. All right, so first thing inside the box, as we look in here, is a advertisement here for various games by Skybound, tabletop Skybound game right there, Valor and Villainy right here. I unfortunately missed both Kickstarters, but I do have right over here on my wall the first Valor and Villainy game. Haven't opened it yet. It was not a Christmas gift, but a post-Christmas purchase. So there is that. So we're going to take that advertisement, throw it over there for right now, and we're going to take a look at the rule book. So this is the rule book. The almanac is right below it. The rule book is going to go over components of the game, how to set up the board, going over the game overview, dice overview, what the different dice mean, all that kind of stuff. Upgrading dice there, character traits, character cards, all that kind of stuff. What you do on your turn, what everything means. That is everything inside I guess I do take a look at a book every time I open this box. Oh, who knew? All right, so that is how the game goes, and we're going to put this rule book right over here because we will refer to that when I start opening up all the components of this book. Here is the almanac before we get into pieces there. Card clarifications right here. The table of contents showing you where you get all the information. Character cards overview for Axel, Cayman, Dust, and Eco right there. So the different cards in their character deck, advanced play, legendary challenge types, all that sort of thing. I don't want to spend too much time going through this because this is something more that we've going through a playthrough. But here you have some rules for 2-player game there and how to change up things. And you got the solo mode in here, the rules for that, what to do on a rival's turn, resolving a plot effect cards, all that stuff, and glossary of terms. I was getting ready to say all the people who made it, but that's just the glossary terms. This is the people who designed the game and made the game, and quick reference on that side. That is the books for Tidal Blades. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to take the rule book. I'm going to put it kind of more off to the side. Sorry you can't read it, but I need to be able to read it more than you do at this point. All right, so at right in here we have, again, this is the retail version of the game. It's not the deluxe version of the game. The deluxe box is much bigger than this one. From what I can tell, almost looks like it's the same size as like Gloomhaven or bigger or smaller. I don't know because I can't tell box sizes, but I just know it's rectangular. It does come with different versions of these pieces. Instead of these tokens right here, it's going to come with actual shells and squishy fruit. But here are the tokens for the game. Again, seashells, your fruit tokens, different tokens specific to the characters themselves right here. Then you flip this over. I believe this is the first player marker or the turn marker, one of the two. These are going to, along with this character and this 3, are going to be the ones you play as. This, I believe, is the judge. And then that is some kind of a boat that I don't know what it is because I haven't played the game. So we're going to put the tokens right over there. Next, we're going to get into how I put the game back together, I guess, technically. The various locations and character boards. So this is Lumara Stadium right there. Sorry for the shadows on the from the microphone. Still working on figuring out lighting and everything for this room. But there is Lumaria Stadium right there. And then taking off, actually, we'll show this off first since we have a little bit of room. There is the champion board. Usually it goes toward the top. And it would go, if you look at the bottom of your screen, it would go, it seems something like that. So there you go with that, and I'm sure you're going down some kind of a track in some way. So we'll put that up on the almanac. Then we take out this generic piece of cardboard here. And then we've got a few more pieces of the board. Now, I guess I could attempt while we're here to place the board where it should be. But I don't think we're going to. Maybe we will at the end. Maybe I'll show it at the end. But we'll go and go each part right now. There's the Dracosa ring, if I'm pronouncing that right. So that is going to be that part. Looks like that has something to do with the market in the game. And then we're going to have, which I believe is the fold. That piece right there. And then finally the Chronosium, if I'm pronouncing that right. The thing I do find cool about these boards is that, yes, you are setting them up, but these cutaways here are actually, it looks like where you're putting the cards for it. So instead of placing the card on this board, you're placing the card on the table still, but it has like a little cutout so you know exactly where the deck for that specific thing is going to be. Next we have, I believe, this is not all the locations. This is, I think there's 4 location boards with the stadium. That's going to be 4 of them. So the last one's going to be under here. So let me get that actually real quick first before we go into this. This is the Citadel time. This sits in the center of the board when you set up your table. And there is that right there. Next, we're going to see what the player boards look like. So there is the player board for Cayman. Then the player board for Eco. The player board for Axel. And the player board for Dust. So that is that right there. This looks like a rules reference for the solo mode and the 2-player mode with some stuff on there on that side. I'm assuming this is a rules reference, or actually looks like this is a rules reference more for the rival's turn on this one when you're playing in that mode. So we'll put it over here on that side. Next thing we have in the game is jumbled up cards, because I opened this already and I am a fool. This is going to be, looks like the score pad for the game, single-sided pieces of paper right there. So that's going to be your score pad. Let's go ahead. I'm going to continue. I'm going to put these things kind of back where they were and see about looking at more components first than anything. So for the standees that are over here, they do give you clear standees when using this, playing the game. Normally, it probably will definitely use these. For the camera, though, since these are standees, and I don't necessarily for how so things aren't upside down for you guys. I don't necessarily change how the camera view is. If we do play through this, I will probably utilize bases for Pathfinder that I have that came with the Pathfinder minis. I have like different red, blue, yellow, green, purple, and orange, which would match the colors on here using the purple, teal, purple, green, blue, and yellow on those. Just that way they come up on camera better if we do play this game on the channel. Let's see, going back to components, we're going to have number 9, the danger dice, white, yellow, and orange, as well as, I'm assuming, the monster invasion die. So the danger die are going to be those ones that just have the weird symbol on them, and the 1 through 3 is going to be the monster invasion die. So there's that. Then we have a few different sets of dice with varied symbols on them. Looks like we have 4 different packs of dice, and just glancing real quick at the rule book to see if it quickly tells me what those are. Let's see. Novice dice are going to be white. 16 initiative dice in blue and red. 16 elite dice in blue and red. 12 guild dice. Yep, so that's going to be all of those dice. That's kind of what I don't know why I said that's kind of what they look like. Right there, those dice. And then these are the other dice. There. These are those white novice dice. And these dice right here. So there's that. That is a handful of dice. We'll have a squeaky chair. Still definitely get the dice trays out for that. I think let's see, I believe that is the metal, what is it, first player marker right there. And then the current round marker right here inside that bag. And the boat standee is in there. Next, I think all that is left in here is the cards. So let's go here. Let's not use those first, let's go here. I believe these are the challenge cards. Now, these wells at the moment, to me, you can tell me differently because this game's been out for a while, so some of you guys probably know more about this game than I do. Like, for instance, how to get these cards out of the box. There may or may not be an edit right now. Good lord, got that out of there finally. All right, so we've got different classifications of card legendary challenges here, regular challenges there, and starting challenges there as far as the back of these cards. You've got, let's see. They look like they're somewhat color-coded to the different characters that you play as. There's an example of some artwork with no context whatsoever for me of what it means. Again, we'll look at a gameplay of that at some point in the near future. Burning Sun Challenge right there. So I will say, looking at the cards and looking at the artwork of everything out so far that I have looked at, both in this playthrough and the last one, or unboxing and the last one that I did, but the artwork in this game looks stellar. It looks very well done. Quality of the components, even like the artwork on the boards and everything, looks amazing to me. I like this game just from the artwork alone, and I haven't even played it yet. It just looks beautiful to me. So let's move this here. So we're gonna have quite a few stuff for the characters themselves. We actually have story cards for the different characters, as well as looks like their own personal deck. So this is gonna be the deck here for Axel, and then you're gonna have the deck here for Carmine, who might be my favorite character, who doesn't want to play a big, giant, walking red alligator crocodile thing. This is going to be for Dust, and then finally Eco's stuff right there. The other cards that I have here are going to be the stunt cards. That's what the stunt cards look like on the back, and there's an example of a stunt card in the game. And then for the, I think it's for the solo mode. Yeah, solo, because there's an S right there. We're going to have these plot effect cards right there with basically some information on there for that. So there are those cards and our challenges. So quite a few cards. These look like they're the same size as the cards from Wingspan, which I think is not American. I think it's American card game. Not standard card game, American card game. But anyway, so we got right here your square cards, which you're going to have cards here for the individual characters. So there's one of Eco's cards right there, and one of Axel's cards right there with how the card looks there. And these are special announcements. I think these are for the 2-player mode. I don't remember. I know it's not for the main game though, but there's an example of what the card back looks like, and then an example of the card front. So there are those cards right there, and then we're going to have the market cards. So pretty interesting right there. The market card backs. It looks like a scarab on the back there, and then just an example of the card right there. Again, no context whatsoever for what these cards do, anything like that, because despite not ripping off the plastic during this video, I just opened this today. So there's that. The final deck of cards is going to be the monsters. I saw these cards earlier. The artwork on these I love is stellar. So yep, there's the back showing that it's the fold and the difficulty of monster that you're going to be dealing with here. Let's see, we'll look at the back real quick. So yeah, hard mode monsters, and easy monsters. I don't see anything at a glance that says medium. But those are going to be the monsters. Let's look at a couple of examples. Here's the giant mud crab right there. He's looking shiny, I guess. Maybe he wants to be shiny. I don't know. These two right here look like they're about to steal your voice. Right there, lead you to someone's going to steal your voice. Let's see. Let's go look for something else. I think this is what tries to eat Beetlejuice. And one more. I just like the name of this one, the Bobster. There is that. So those are going to be your monsters that you, I'm assuming, fight against at some point in the game. And then these, I believe, are your player aids right here. So what you do on your turn, and then dice upgrades, and what to do about those. You got your novice dice, initiate, elite, guild, and then they go from white to either red or to blue. So I'm sure there's an in-game reason for that distinction that we will find out in a later time. So this is everything in the box for Tidal Blades. One thing I would like to point out, because I'm probably going to make a video about just this concept later, is I'm assuming this is from Game Tray, since they also made the one in the deluxe edition version of the box. But this is a very nice game insert for this particular game. It's got enough room in the wells here and here and here and here, it looks like, to sleeve all the cards. Whether or not that interferes with putting anything away, I don't know, but it looks like this game is big enough to sleeve your cards without any real major issue, which I like that. And the fact that there's a place, granted, I did shake the game up, but not too much, and I flipped it over, and the cards, for the most part, stayed where they were. Might have also had to do with how I had it packed. But again, the cards have a place to go. There are quite a few games that don't do that. I do appreciate the fact that Druid City went ahead and did that. So kudos on them. Be remiss if I did not show the artwork on the interior of the box. I have a very bad habit of doing that. There's Adventure Island right there, and some outdoor space cantina. No, not really. Some oasis of some sort right there. So overall, the artwork on this game, jokes aside, is beautiful. If like just having this game in your collection for the artwork alone is, well, I mean, I don't know if I'd pay for the artwork alone, but you would hope that the gameplay is great. But from everything I've heard, the gameplay on this is pretty good. Can't wait to try it out for ourselves here on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for sticking with me this far into the video. If you would like to see more mindless rambling for me, or see more unboxing, or good God, when is he ever going to do some gameplay, please go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I swear some of that stuff is coming out, and that is going to hit the notification bell, and be surprised when you get a notification that we are doing that. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, watching this episode, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.